It is the RIOT podcast.
Welcome,
Hello.
Hudson.
Hello. It's good to be here.
So we've got 3 podcasts this week, just so everybody can be prepared. So no one's like, what happened?
Map out your listening accordingly.
Yeah, we want to make sure we can know what's happening this week. Let's see, Hudson will be in today, tomorrow, and Wednesday.
Yep.
And then Worst of RIOT on Thursday and Friday. So when there's a Worst of RIOT for us, there's no podcast that day. But
so
then,
you can catch up on your other podcasts.
Yeah, Obi will return on Monday, so we'll have a new podcast back then.
Yes, but today we've got a good one for you.
I think so.
Yeah, we talk Godzilla and King Kong because I think we all enjoyed that.
There's the box office results from the 5-day total for it.
Right. We also talk about the most exciting thing that will happen at a Colorado Rockies baseball game this year.
I really want a gray cat. I didn't say that during the break, but I really would like a gray cat.
You should see if that one's up for adoption.
I know. It'll match my house.
Yeah.
It'll match my aesthetic. And I just like that furry style of those.
You think it might like...
Will he blend in too much?
I was going to think, how will cats adjust going from that altitude to a normal one?
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
It might like balloon or something. I don't know.
Hudson.
I don't know. Like
I would have to just drive him
in
home
the air
slowly and just watch him. And these are things I would have never thought. So thank you for bringing that up.
I'll
find a local cat who's used to our altitude.
There you go. Yeah. Oh, what else did we get to today?
I don't know if we need anything else after that.
Yeah, right. We got an April Fool's prank that goes horribly wrong. And the Space Jam 2 trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see anybody else's thoughts on that. And if you like it or don't, like, it's not a trap. You don't have to be worried.
We really want to know.
You can tell us what you think. So text and say hey, especially to Hudson, as he'll be in for most of this week. You just text 877 to RadioU, but include your name in the text and send us something if you want us to cover it tomorrow.
Yep. Even hit up the Facebook page. That's another great way.
That's a RadioU Riot. And say hey to Hudson. And if you have a question for him, he can always answer it tomorrow.
Sounds like a plan.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Yeah! You were one of the lucky few who missed the riot when they were live. Yet here you are.
I also like to live dangerously.
This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Before everybody panics, I tried to make sure last week we told everybody that Obi's just on vacation this week, just in case you're worried that he's sick again. But no, Obi's on vacation, so Hudson will be filling in, I think, through Wednesday.
Yes.
And then we'll have Worst of Riot at the end of the week.
Hooray. It's a whole fun week.
Yay!
I have to wake up early 3 days instead of just 1.
You think you can handle it, or are you worried? Well, does 3 make a habit?
I don't think so. I'm not worried about Thursday morning being like, I can't sleep after 5 a.m.
You sure?
Not concerned. Not super concerned. And we're off to a good start, too, because this morning, I got here early enough to actually make the coffee before the show. So
you did, and I actually was a little worried because I thought, well, maybe I should have reminded him yesterday and just be like, hey, just make sure you're coming in today, right? And then when you walked in even earlier, I was like, he's here, yay!
Yeah. You know, it's always a routine worry, especially when it's the first of a series, that I'm going to sleep through the alarm. And so I set so many alarms.
Well,
today.
I mean, it's Monday. It's harder. You're normally not in this early.
It was a holiday.
It was a holiday weekend.
Yep.
So
I've got vacation later this week. Like I'm already staring at that. So.
That's right. Well, I am glad that you came in, first off. And happy day after Easter for everybody. Hopefully it was a wonderful Easter weekend.
Yeah. I hope everybody got a good candy haul. I always think...
No, if not, you get that today.
That's right.
When you have to go buy your on-sale candy.
The discount Reese's Eggs. Although, I was hearing that a lot of Peeps were sold out. People are having a hard time finding them.
It was harder to find them, I think, because, remember, didn't like the Peeps factory close down for a while?
Yeah,
it sounds like a movie. It really does. But I think it closed down with COVID stuff, or it just wasn't in production.
Right.
And then they were like, well, maybe there'll be enough for everyone this year.
Yeah, and there wasn't.
I found some of the fun flavors, but I didn't go looking for all, like, how big the stock was. But I don't know. We just don't like them anyway.
Yeah, right.
So if there's not any today, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I was thinking. I think this every Easter. Easter has the best candy of the holidays.
You think so?
And that's despite Peeps. Peeps bring it down, and it's still much better because you get the Reese's eggs with all the peanut butter inside.
But you can have, that's a peanut butter cup, and you can have that anytime.
The eggs are the best version because it's so much peanut butter. And what else do you get with Easter? Jelly beans, they're fine. There's another one I was thinking, yes. Oh, the Cadbury eggs.
Oh, yeah.
That saves the holiday.
It does?
It does. It makes it the best.
Well, you just come in saying this stuff on the show. I don't know if I'm comfortable with that.
Are you going to stand up for another holiday?
Well, no, I still think Christmas, and I don't even know what Christmas brings to the table candy-wise.
Candy canes?
No, that's not even it. You know what? It's fine.
See? I'm right.
Now
just because I'm putting you on the spot.
They blur the lines between all the holidays anyways. For sure. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, at Christmas, you pretty much have Easter candy out already.
Right.
Don't say we didn't warn you. This is the worst of the riot.
Did you finally watch Godzilla versus Kong, I guess is the question for most people.
Yeah, and how did you watch it?
Oh, yeah, that's an even better question. Did you watch Hudson?
I did.
Did you HBO Max it, or what did you do?
I HBO Maxed, and I had to laugh when I was listening to you guys talk about it last week.
Yeah.
Because Obadiah was making fun of you for watching it on your phone.
Did you watch it on your phone?
I watched it on my phone. Which is not normally something I would do. But it was fine, right? I actually had free time when I was out donating plasma on the day that it came out. I was like, oh, it's out. Why don't I just watch it now? Like, I don't know when I'll get the chance again. It's only on there for a month. So I watched it on my phone, and I do hope to, though, again, before it leaves the streaming service, watch it
on a bigger screen
on a real TV.
Yeah, I think that's the best plan for it. Yeah. So Godzilla versus Kong. Did you like the movie?
Oh, yeah, it was really good.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
Before I let you guys know how it did for the box office over the weekend. So it came out last Wednesday. So it has a 5-day total. $32 million over the weekend, and for the 5 days, $48.5 million for the U.S. market for it.
Whoa, that's really good.
It's considered super good with the pandemic stuff. Prior to it, Wonder Woman had won that with 16.7 million.
Yeah.
For its 3-day total, and then Tom and Jerry. Don't let my tone confuse you if I thought that was a movie or not. With 14 million for its 3-day release too. So they were super happy with how it turned out. Movie wise, that's only its box office, obviously at theaters. That has nothing to do with its numbers from HBO Max.
Yeah, and you have to think, I don't know how it all evens out with if they got more subscribers, but you have to think it would have made a ton more money. Think about all the people that watched it on HBO Max that probably would have gone to see it in theaters if they had the opportunity.
And you know how many saw it both ways or plan to, like we said, see it more than one way. For the international box office, Godzilla vs. Kong came out a little bit earlier in other markets. So it has surpassed its $236 million total. That brought in this past weekend, it looks like another $71 million. So it is at $285 million for its. It it cost $165 million to make.
Yes, that's what I was going to ask next.
So they are pretty excited with how well it's done.
That's amazing. I was thinking that for stuff like this for a while, especially when you debut it on the streaming service as well, that's just going to really kill your numbers at the box office. But they've made their money back and then some.
Seemed like it did well. And again, this is hard to compare against Wonder Woman at Christmas time.
Right.
Because a lot more theaters were closed down at that point and some bigger markets.
Totally different feeling at that time, I think, than how we are feeling now.
So more than 55% of movie theaters in the United States have reopened, and that includes New York and Los Angeles, which had been operating at a reduced capacity and in some cases not even open in some areas.
Right, yeah. So that's a big deal to have, the two biggest cities in the country.
Well, congratulations.
I think the good news is if it can do this well in these circumstances, you know what it means?
They're going to make another
Godzilla and King Kong movies.
That is 100% what it means. You're right.
I'm all on board with that.
So Godzilla versus Kong, if you saw it, a lot of you guys gave us the details. Like if you liked it right after you came out of the theater last week. So if you guys liked it, let us know. But it made $48.5 million over its 5-day total.
Think of it as athleisure for your ears. Radio U's Worst of the Riot podcast.
So on Friday, a lot of news revolving the Nintendo's Super Mario Bros. The Brothers 1986 game. Did you see its auction and what it went for?
Oh, I know it was a lot.
It was a lot.
Setting records.
$660,000 for an auction house in Dallas. It was an unopened copy of the game, and that was a record for a video game. The auction house said it was previously held by another copy of the same game, which sold for $114,000 in July.
That is wild. It looks just like the one that I had.
Did you have one here?
I had it.
Why didn't you keep it? Why'd you open it?
Well, it wasn't sealed. It wasn't sealed.
You're not supposed to open these things.
That's what. It's just funny that being sealed will make it go from being worth $5 to being worth $66,000.
Magical
$660,000.
Yeah, it was sold. It was apparently a Christmas gift in 1986, but it had been placed in a desk drawer and it was not open and just left alone. First off,
to be the person who gave that one.
Well,
I guess maybe, but now
it's the person who got it. And you didn't clean out your drawer for 35 years, they said. So they kept it there undisturbed. It was at the bottom of this person's office desk the whole time since they got it. Never thought anything about it and then went to sell it. Realized it was worth a lot of money. And then an auction house took over.
Wow. It's like winning the lottery. But, it never feels like somebody who deserves it. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe this person deserves it. What do you mean?
No, they just let it. They
didn't appreciate it.
They didn't appreciate the Christmas gift. They let this. They probably don't even know what Mario is.
Yeah, and then they end up getting
never played it, and then they put it in a drawer, and now all of a sudden they're rich. How is that fair?
You're jealous. You're jealous of what they got.
Right.
So basically, they're not saying anything yet about the person who won the bid, who bought the game. But you can make offers, and that's what happened. They finished it, and it's the finest known copy of Mario Brothers.
You think the person who bought it's going to get it out and play it?
Would you? Or what would you do with it?
So.
That's a good question.
I don't know. Maybe. You can play this anywhere. It's the first Mario Brothers. You can.
Well, can you imagine the rush if you're playing this copy that was so much money?
They that's just what they want to do is take it out. They like seeing things depreciate in value so quickly.
That's true.
They just open it up. This is now worthless.
You go and buy cars and just drive them off the lot, and then you just sell them back.
Yep.
They say that even the cardboard hang tab was intact, to hang it on the shelf for it.
That's pretty wild.
The opening bid for the Mario Brothers game was $310,000, and they say that in the past year, if you have a factory sealed video game, the market for it and the price people are willing to pay for those games has gone so high.
Yeah.
So it's worth looking and going home to your mom's house and just see what might still be around that's unopened.
That's true. I know. I guess it's not unopened, but there was video games at my grandparents' house and stuff that super old and probably not stuff that's around a ton because it just wasn't as big a thing initially. So there wasn't as many made.
Now it's like the housing market. They say that collectors are basically buying these to flip them to sell them again. For more profit. I don't know how much more profit you can get than $660,000, but look around because if you have unopened old Nintendo games or just old games, it might be worth something.
Yeah, who knows?
It's the Worst of the Riot on Radio U.
I feel like every week it's a Krispy Kreme story.
They've always got something.
They always have something going on. It's not like it's bad. It's just because then when you read about it, you're like, hey, that actually looks pretty good.
Yep.
But
they love the spotlight, though.
They do.
They would die if they didn't have constant attention upon them.
Well, Krispy Kreme has announced more details, and this looks actually super, super good.
It does.
This is their first time that they're collabing with another company completely.
Okay.
So like it's a partnership with them.
Yeah.
So this is the collab with Oreo, which is, well, I guess I should say it this way. It's the first brand collab with them.
Yeah.
So their new Oreo cookie glaze okay. Now I'm going to say it now officially the right way. It's the first collab with the glaze.
Oh, okay.
Can I make that any harder? Oh my gosh. They
really need everyone to know that.
I know.
Too. It's like, this is our first ever glaze collab.
The social media person's like, I wrote it the right way. Why can't she get it? But basically, it's a brand new Oreo cookie glaze that will be coating a new set of donuts. And that is the first time that they've gone with another company for a glaze collab.
Okay, yeah, because I was thinking, haven't they made Reese's ones before? So yes,
it's the glaze,
first new collab glaze, and it does look really good. And in that picture, is that one with the Oreo on top? That's just like, is that a actual donut you can get?
It's going to be like a wafer for it. So there's going to be the Oreo cookie glazed donuts and then the Oreo cookie over the top donut. That's the one that Hudson's talking about. Ooh. It'll be a dark glaze that contains the flavor of Oreo cookies.
Ooh, it's a glaze with a dark side.
And it's a cookies and cream filling. And I think that's it. It gets topped with icing and an Oreo cookie pieces. So there's the two versions.
Yeah, they do look good. And the Krispy Kreme has nailed the filling with the donuts.
Yeah, but they can only do half of it. I don't know why they can't fill the whole donut.
Yeah, I don't know, but it tastes so good though.
If you're going to do a collab, can't you just fill the donut?
Yeah.
Is that too much to ask? That's annoying.
So many people are showing up, they're running out of it, so they have to ration.
Not it. They have always done that. They have always filled their donuts. Anyways, it's not like it bothers me that much, but apparently it does. So the over-the-top one that you had been mentioning, it has an entire Oreo cookie wafer.
Yes, that's what caught my eye.
And chocolate icing. That will be starting April today.
Oh.
It starts today.
Hey. Well, we might have to try these.
Yeah, we could do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
We could, even though it's not the best to go like the first couple of days.
They're not, they don't open early enough. So we would have to leave or something, wouldn't we? They're not open this early.
I don't know. That is a good question. We could have it delivered or...
Can we?
Yeah, you can.
From Krispy Kreme, or just like get somebody to pick them up on their way?
No, from Krispy Kreme. Like you could just DoorDash them.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, it'll cost like $50.
Kind of ridiculous.
It takes an hour.
Yeah.
Way above if one of us just...
Not only am I going to eat donuts, I cannot be inconvenienced. Yeah.
No, you can totally do that, and then it just takes a while to get to you.
Well, then we might not make it for the show, but we can try.
We could always do it after, or just beg another RadioU staff member.
That's what I'm thinking.
On their way in to bring the donuts. I don't know if any
of them pass a Krispy Kreme now.
Michael's pretty close.
He is?
Yeah, you could just go.
You think he would do that, though?
Do I think he would?
Sound like Michael?
Our boss?
Yeah.
Do I think he would bring donuts in if asked? Yeah, I think he would.
Okay.
So maybe we'll try those this week. If not, it doesn't say how long they last.
Yeah.
But remember, it's the Oreo cookie glaze collab.
Yes.
That is coming to Krispy Kreme today.
You might be thinking that this won't be quite as bad the second time around. Well, you'd be greatly mistaken. You're listening to the worst of the Riot podcast.
Obi got his first vaccine on Thursday last week for COVID.
We were vaccine buddies.
You were? Then
we didn't go to the same place or see each other, but it was the same day.
You didn't go together.
And we're both going to be forced to get a second shot during the fundraiser. So.
Oh, no. How did you do, though? I forgot to ask you.
I went all the way it was a county health clinic, like the next county over.
Yeah.
And so they had the fairgrounds were taken over. And they had people like running through, like you drove through.
Yeah.
We didn't get out of our car, and they just kind of guided you through. It was in the middle of the day. There was a lot of people there, but it didn't take forever. Yeah, it was a nice experience.
Did you have any after effects on the first one?
Definitely not health wise. Maybe like a little bit of a headache or, kind of warmth. You know what I mean? Like,
I gotcha.
I don't know if
Your
that was
body
related
was doing
or not.
Stuff?
Yeah, I don't know if that was related or if I was just hot. But the one thing was that like your arm is kind of sore.
Sure.
But in a way where it's like if you reach for something, it kind of you feel it, but it wasn't like constant. It was like you got a good workout in one arm.
One arm only in this one particular spot.
Right.
Well, then Obi was saying how he did pretty good until Friday afternoon.
Really?
And then it seems like he was tweeting out that some effects were felt. But they say that if you had COVID, you'll feel it more on the first shot.
Right.
Compared to everybody else. If you've not had COVID, you'll get it when you have the second shot.
Sure.
So,
yeah, that's what I'm concerned about.
No, it's no problem.
I'm sure I will. I'm sure I will be fine. I can't imagine even getting the shot and having the side effects that people are talking about that I wouldn't be like able to fundraise. But I'm concerned that I'm going to be able to find a way to schedule my shot during the fundraiser.
I thought of that. I was like, wait a minute, guys, we have to be around during the fundraiser. But you didn't call off, so I figured you must have been pretty okay last week.
Yeah. But the website for where we went to get it, it said that it was 4 weeks apart. And I didn't realize until getting it that the Pfizer one is 3 weeks.
And the other one is 4.
And the other one is 4. But they don't really denote that on the website. But I got the Pfizer one, so I have 3 weeks until.
Did you have no choice when you got in? Or it was just whatever it was?
It was only 5. I mean, maybe if you asked and made a stink, they might have switched it. But that's.
Like, hey,
I was happy to get that. So
get a load of this card. They won't take it.
I believe people are also saying, though, that the Pfizer vaccine doesn't have as much of the side effects as the Moderna one.
I gotcha. So. Well, it just depends on what you get, and you get what you get.
Right.
And you're not supposed to throw a fit with it.
Really, just be happy that there's this miracle out there that can save you from having to quarantine.
And you didn't even need to get out of your car.
That's
in
right.
Hudson's case.
It wasn't. It was more convenient than McDonald's.
That's it. Well, they were saying if you got your vaccine, the first or second one, it was kind of the news last week that Staples and Office Depot are offering free lamination of your vaccine card because a lot of people are concerned about losing it or getting it destroyed accidentally.
It'll be important to have, and it is just a little white card,
piece of paper.
So it'll be easy to definitely get dinged up.
Well, this article says it might be tempting for you to laminate your card as soon as possible.
Oh, I'm so tempted.
But you're not supposed to do it yet.
Licking my chops. Can't wait.
You're ready to go, right? They're saying you're supposed to first double check your information after both doses. So like you're not even supposed to laminate until after your second one.
Yep.
So if you're getting a 2-dose vaccine, make sure you get both documents and doses put on your card before this is all like common sense.
That should be.
Double check all your information, your name, date of birth, and the vaccine date for accuracy before you laminate. And then they say make sure you have a backup. You're supposed to take a picture of it both times that you go. You're supposed to email yourself a picture of it as well.
Okay.
They're just really wanting to make sure you have that.
Yeah.
And in case you lose the physical card, though it on your phone would not be like official, it would at least help you if you need to replace your card at some point.
Right.
So they say just make a copy of the card, keep it in the same place as you do with your other documents, and then you can laminate your card.
Or you could also, if you want to have like an extra physical copy, you just go make photocopies or whatever. I mean, that will cost you money.
Well, we're trying to do this for free.
Right.
If not, I bet
that's like the next step up from taking the picture on your phone is making extra copies. You could hand them out and other people could use them
Now I see where you're going with that. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to hand out copies. But I bet you, if not now, soon will be, like little covers you could just buy on Amazon.
Yeah.
I could see that
of course.
Being a little
That'll
slip
replace
that
the
you
masks.
put it in.
That they'll just sell everywhere, the vaccine card covers.
You get your card cover. It could be a nice one.
Yep.
But
it'll
they're just
express
saying,
your personality.
Yes, that's it. That's it. They're just saying don't laminate your card after your first trip in.
Yeah,
because then you can't add your next trips in like that information.
It would, if like somebody wrote on it, it would wipe right off. So then you're back to square one. So
Hudson knows, don't laminate.
Yep, I've got mine. I've got it in a safe location, and it's not laminated.
Okay, good.
Yet. Maybe one day.
One day when you're able to.
Find more Riot content online. riot.radiou.com.
So the only way you can get me to talk about baseball a lot of times is if a cat runs on the field.
Yeah, right.
And I watched a lot of the footage over the weekend. But if you were watching on Friday night's game, the Colorado Rockies against the Dodgers, and a cat runs on the field. And actually, the best thing to do is listen to the commentary, like from the guys, because man, this just livened everything up, right?
Yeah. Well, that's probably the most exciting thing that will happen to the Rockies all year.
Is that a thing? Because this person who wrote this article is really nasty towards them, and I thought, are they just not doing well? Does everybody hate them?
I mean, it's too early for them not to be doing well yet.
Yeah.
Because it's only like 3 games into the season. And I think they won at least one of them, but they're not any good, though.
Well, every part of this article is peppered with like nasty comments and negative things. They're like, according to an update from the Rockies Twitter feed, which is the best thing about the franchise, like everything in here is they hate the coaching staff and all this stuff. And I was like, well, geez, that's a bit much.
To some backstories, they made some trades in the offseason. Basically, the team isn't very good. The players that are good didn't want to be there anymore, and so they traded them away and didn't get a whole lot back.
Well, now they have something at least.
Right, they have something to entertain the fans.
So if you did see the footage, if not, it was trending, so you can catch clips of it. Basically, this gray cat just goes through the stadium, like the stands, and then hops on the field, and there you go. It was quite fun. They're calling him the Coors cat. It's the silver bullet. So that's the name for this gray cat. And, they think for the Rockies it was a nice break from, the negative comments, the negative news.
The problem is it's so early in the season. Now they've got nothing to look forward to the rest of the year.
They want the cat
this is the high point. They're hitting the high point 3 games into the year. They got 159 to go.
Oh, you mean they peaked too early?
Yes.
I didn't catch, like, it doesn't show what happened to the cat in the end, so I don't know if it's still just at the stadium or
I don't know.
But it looks nice. I would have taken the cat. I would have been like, wait, bring him here.
It does look
like a silver bullet?
Yeah, I don't know. It looks very agile. Like, or almost wild, like it has a look of a
wild creature.
A wild cat. Yes, that's what I'm looking for.
Well, maybe it also is a fan of the Rockies and is upset at its stuff and just came out and
he was probably thinking, put me in, I could pitch better than these guys. Is what he was thinking.
It's like, fine, you didn't pick me, I'm just going to run out on the field.
Yeah. Give me a spot on the team.
So that's the cat that they were talking about on Friday.
I also have to give props to whoever filmed the Twitter version of the video, because they got it from beginning to end. Like, they were ready when that cat started to emerge.
They had nothing else going on.
That's right.
The game was so boring. They're like, here, I could just, they were waiting for it to come out from the stands, the seating area. And they were like, oh, please, just get on the field. And it did, and everybody went crazy for it.
Yeah. And now it blew up, and whoever this person is, they've got probably thousands of followers, or at least likes.
But let's not forget about the cat. So
the cat is the real star.
I don't know where it went or where it's at, or someone has it, but they're hoping we're hoping that maybe it could just stick around the stadium and provide some entertainment every day.
Oh, that would be the worst. The team like adopts the cat, and then they're using it for their own game, trying to do something to drum up support. And
of course they would try to do that.
And the cat turns into a mascot.
A thing.
Yeah, that'd be sad.
The cat would still be taken care of, you would hope.
Yeah, but then he's selling his soul to the company store, like...
How do you really feel, Hudson?
You thought they were bad live? Well, just wait until you hear this. The Worst of the Riot podcast with Obadiah and Nikki.
Last week, you had April Fool's Day. I didn't really catch many, big pranks from anybody.
There was a bunch of, brands doing their thing, but...
Seemed like everybody was pretty calm about the holiday, which is good.
I feel that for most of us, April Fools, we've kind of moved on.
Oh, I said last week, I'm too tired for it.
Yeah. And you know what it just winds up being is a bunch of people realizing that, how hard it is for news to seem ridiculous.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like you'll see the stories and it is April Fool's and it's like, I could believe that. And that's kind of the sad part.
Well, it's either someone doing a prank that's so like offensive or hurtful.
Right.
And that everybody's really sad, or it's something that just doesn't do anything.
Right.
Like,
there's no
middle,
in between. Definitely
no in between.
not. Yep.
This one falls under probably the hurtful category.
Yes.
But in Wichita, Kansas, on April Fool's, Arnetha Willis, she's 58 years old. She was arrested Thursday because she called her daughter while she was at work.
Okay.
And basically the conversation went, I've been shot. She hung up the phone and the daughter panicked.
Oh my gosh.
Like that's what anybody would do.
Of course.
So she hung up the phone on her daughter. Her daughter then calls the Wichita Police Department. They send 15 to 20 officers to the mom's house, as well as the fire department, emergency responders.
They don't know anything.
They just didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
That does seem excessive. That's a lot.
It feels like a lot.
But I wasn't there, and I don't know, do they have nothing else like call-wise going on? So everybody wants to know, and I'm sure the daughter was
panicked. They take shootings very seriously there, is what I'm gathering.
So when they got to the house, no one responded. They broke down the door. No one was there because the mom was at work at that time. The mom had just called her daughter to say she was shot as an April Fool's prank. And the police officers, well, they were a little disappointed.
Yeah.
And so the mom,
man, I was hoping somebody had been shot.
No, nothing was going on. They say that, it can be a good, fun time, but when it leads to a police response, the police officers, that department was saying it's not funny anymore.
Right.
So the mom has been arrested.
Was it funny in the first place? Like if the police didn't get
no,
involved?
And especially not for the daughter.
No.
You get a call from your mom and she hangs up just you saying that you've been shot. So she...
That's a riot, if you could say.
It's an issue there. So she's been arrested on suspicion of unlawful request for emergency service assistance. I don't know what that means, if that's a few years or
it's probably like a fine
or something,
community service maybe.
But it's your mom and she's been arrested. So they actually arrested her at work.
Wow.
And
now that's embarrassing.
I know. They went and got
like
her.
She's the April Fool.
Everybody would be thinking like that was an April Fool's joke of you getting arrested.
How did Arnethia figure out how to, she's got some friends at the department. She's pulling a fast one on us.
You're like,
and
what?
It's really just her way of getting out of work.
That's it. That's quite an impressive
that
one.
Would be a good April Fool's Day prank.
The Riot RadioU.
So if you're Henry Harvey in North Carolina, I have a feeling you're laying a little low at this time because I bet everybody wants to know you, or if they knew you in your past, they're coming back out because they want something that you've got. And they say this actually happens a bit more than you would think it does, but he's a double lottery winner. He got $5,000 from a scratch-off lottery ticket, which he said he was super excited about.
Of course.
I mean, who wouldn't want
be?
The $5,000?
Yep.
And then 2 weeks later, he won $100,000.
That's the big one.
It was actually the second place prize in an extreme cash ticket thing. He paid $25 in on that, and he won the $100,000 from it.
It was worth every penny.
Apparently, he said it was a shock. He has taken home out of the $100,000 $70,757.
Okay.
The federal and state taxes took the rest.
Of course.
And he's planning on saving it.
You know what this tells me?
What?
Especially as you say that people winning the lottery happens
so
double.
Quickly back to back.
Right. It tells me they're buying a lot of lottery tickets.
I know, and they don't put that in the article.
No, they didn't say how many losers he had.
Because what it says is to everyday people who don't play the lottery, it makes it think like you do have a chance.
You too could be a winner.
You could be a double winner.
You could,
And
who just wants to win once? You could win twice. It happens all the time.
I just think that these people play the lottery, like you said, way more often, and they have greater chances of it, and it just happens to happen.
I've seen people now, if you go to the grocery store or whatever, where they have the scratch off machines where you can just buy them out of there, and then it has a scanner on them that will tell you if you've won anything.
Oh, instantly?
Yeah.
And so you don't even have to scratch it off?
They will scratch off. It's been tons of money on this. Scratch off the barcode, scan that to see if they've won. Not even scratch like to see, did I get the crossword or did the numbers match? They just scratch the barcode to see if they win. And then if they win, they will cash it out and put the money put the money back into the machine and just keep going until they get like a bigger winner, which they will cash out. But in the meantime, they're spending all this money to just get a few bucks.
Yeah.
And they're not even doing like the cards the fun way. They're just scanning a barcode.
It's not like a job to them, but like they're attached to it.
Yeah.
Very much attached to it. They were talking that last month, a man from North Carolina, another guy, won $1 million prize for the second time within a year. And then a woman in Idaho won $300,000 for a lottery prize, then $200,000 the next day.
Yeah, so it can happen.
It's just you're looking at like 2-3 people out of everybody that plays.
So it happens more than you think.
I don't know. Just don't get into it,
How much did you think it happened? Because it's more.
I know, but it's like you're just probably not going to be the one that wins, and then you're losing out on all that money.
Yeah.
Is it healthy eating so many snacks, chips, and Oreos every single morning? No, of course not. But they do it for you.
Too many guys got the stomach for this line of work.
That's real love. It's the Riot on RadioU.
It's hard coming in on a Monday because I feel like we just get nothing but like movie news over the weekend.
That's right. Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Trying to space it all out, but there was lots of talk about the Space Jam 2 trailer.
Yeah.
That was unveiled.
That was a nice surprise.
Are you interested in that, or what was your thoughts?
Yes, I am interested. Space Jam was one of those movies. It's not like I look back and was like, oh, that was my favorite movie as a kid, but I definitely watched it a lot.
You did?
I did enjoy that one with Michael Jordan, and I've been looking forward to seeing the new take on it because I like LeBron. I'm a LeBron fan.
But do you like LeBron the basketball guy or LeBron the actor?
Yeah, well, what was that movie he was in? Trainwreck? He's very funny in that movie, and that's the only one that I know of. He's been good in the commercials he's done, so... He was in what's that one with the kids movie? It's like about a snowman or something. Like he's in that too, and I couldn't tell which one was him.
Yeah, I don't know which one.
I don't know which character he was. I just know he was in it.
Are you sure that's
movie
real?
Was fine too.
Are you sure that was a real movie?
It was real.
Okay.
It was him. James Corden was in it. Steve Harvey. Other people. I don't know.
I'll look up his IMDb.
Yeah,
maybe that'll be it.
It's definitely. I think it's called Abominable. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Like it's a Yeti or something.
Was Smallfoot?
Smallfoot. There we go. Yeah, that movie was all right.
What are you watching?
Sometimes there's stuff
sometimes you just watch
free on one of the streaming services, and you pop it on.
Everybody was pretty bored. We'll watch anything.
Yeah. How offensive could it be? It's a little kids movie. It'll pass the time.
It'll do. Well, for this, the Space Jam 2 trailer, I don't know if this was I think it was like the second trailer that came out, but it was like the first one with a lot of footage from the movie. And it got people talking over the weekend.
Yeah. It looks all right. Did you watch it?
I did. I have no memories of Space Jam, so it's not like that is a childhood memory of mine. Yeah. Maybe I'll be kinder to it if I did have some memories of it and liked it, but the article that I read called it, the trailer looks like Ready Player One, but with sports, and that is spot on.
Yeah,
because that trailer is like everything.
I don't know. People love the Ready Player One trailer. They were so excited at the time. No, you're right. They were right to not to, but so hopefully Space Jam 2 fares a little better than that.
We'll see. It also reminded me of, do you remember like Wreck-It Ralph?
Yeah, you're right. That is what it is like.
It really made me think of that, or even the second one where it's just all this other stuff, other advertisements, other things, other franchise things from the people putting on Space Jam 2.
Yep. They
all paid for a spot in that.
Yeah.
All put together, and you're just watching it all.
Right, because there's already some cameos of non-Looney Tunes characters in the trailer, so there's going to be a lot of it in the movie. And I feel that when movie studios do that, they feel like we're all going to freak out. It's like, oh, I wasn't expecting Gandalf or whatever. And,
whereas that's just an ad to you. Like, you just don't realize it.
I mean, when it's a ton of them, it really doesn't have the same kind. And when they're like putting it in the trailer and stuff, if it's a one unexpected one in the movie, it's a little different than.
I think we're going to get a lot.
Yeah. This one is going to be, let's collect all our properties together.
They want to
put them together here to make it exciting.
Because then if it goes really well, then they can jump off of that.
Turn it into a whole Space Jam universe.
That's it. Space Jam: A New Legacy, so the second one, will be in theaters and HBO Max on July 16th.
It feels very much like a more HBO Max and less of a see it in theaters movie, though, don't you think?
Oh, yeah. I think we'd be just fine. And guess what? We can watch it on
our phones. Yeah.
I don't even know I don't have to go to the TV for that.
That's the more they can make these kind of movies convenient is the better, because
I don't want to have to get up.
Go leave my house, go pay somewhere. Like, actually, it's one thing to pay for a streaming service. It just comes out of your account every month. It's another to go to the movie theaters. And you don't usually have to see a person now, but still, to I'm putting in my card. This is so I can see Space Jam.
You're really paying extra.
Feels like it's not right.
Well, Mike texted in and said, hey, Ready Player One is a legendary movie. It is.
Legendarily not good.
The book is way better.
Yeah.
Way, way better. The movie was good, but it was just so much. So when you go watch the Space Jam 2 trailer.
Yeah.
And then watch the Ready Player One trailer right after, and you'd be like, oh.
Yeah.
It was bad enough the first time around, but now it's worse. Don't believe us? Just keep listening. You'll find out soon enough. This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Hudson's filling in for Obi. Obi's on vacation. He's not at any Disney place, though. Which, I wonder if he would even try this. I doubt it. He doesn't like pickle stuff.
No, this is not Obadiah at all.
So you talked about this on your show last week.
Yeah.
But I finally saw it over the weekend, and it's something.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's good or bad sounding.
I don't know how they get this idea. What were they doing? Who was the chef that decided, I'm going to make what it is a pickle corn dog?
Maybe this is it's a thing, though. We just didn't know. Pickles and...
I have definitely heard of peanut butter pickle sandwiches.
See, I have not.
I've heard people definitely come up with that combo.
But why not just put it with a corn dog?
Right. It just all adds up. So it's a hot dog wrapped inside a pickle.
Yes.
Wrapped inside pancake batter.
So it's a corn dog on the outside.
Yep. Deep fried, and then with a side of peanut butter for dipping.
That's the part when I watched the video of it, I was like, well, maybe the thing is good, but then the dipping in the peanut butter.
Yeah, the peanut butter is really what makes it weird, because people would put relish on a hot dog or eat it with pickles or whatever. But you add in the peanut butter, which... I have put peanut butter on a hot dog, but now with pickles involved.
Okay, so, why did you do that? Was it a dare?
No. I knew other people that did it growing up, and it actually isn't bad. It makes it very salty, more salty than a hot dog already is.
Oh, yeah,
but
that's true.
It does kind of give it a nice texture.
Well, you can try this. It's at downtown Disney, so you can try the new
Disneyland. Right?
Yeah, you can try the new pickled corn dog.
They're trying to get anything to get people to come by before the park opens. They're like, "Hey, downtown Disney is still open. You can still stop by."
Even though it looks a little gross, it has to taste good. Otherwise, Disney's not gonna sell it if it was too bad. But it is become the item to try to go and find and have.
And it's definitely it's a stunt for a lot of people that will just go just to see because it's just crazy. And then there's a niche market, I'm sure, that peanut butter and pickles and hot dogs go together in their mind.
Well, all you have to do is try it at home, because who's going to downtown Disney?
Right.
Not a lot of us. So just go get a corn dog.
Probably be pretty easy to make at home, too.
Oh, don't even make. Just have a corn dog, a pickle, and some peanut butter.
That's right. You don't even need to make it the way they do it.
Just make it so you have one bite and all of
that's
everything.
Good enough. Yeah.
And that's all you really need to get you close enough to what this would taste like.
And then take the pickle out and just try it with peanut butter and see what you think.
The worst of the riot is over, but the fun can keep going.
Hey, I saw you checking out my goods.
Check the Riot blog or stalk us on social media.
You want to sample them? A little try before you buy, huh?
Through riot.radiou.com.
In my mind,
Hudson and corn dogs are forever linked.